Give me just a few minutes of your time and I'll show you how to finally build your dream body. There's no stupid diet tips, there's no bullshit training plans, there's no secret supplements that you'll think will work. This is a no BS step-by-step guide. Backtrack 3 years ago and this is the body I had. I hated looking at it every single day. But fast forward to now and I've got my dream physique and I coach people just like you on how to get it as well. You see, the truth is, 99% of dudes that are starting the gym are wasting months, even years, just doing random workouts, eating trash junk food, and doing bad habits that just don't contribute whatsoever to their physique. And then they'll sit there wondering why they look the same, thinking that they've been putting effort in this entire time. By the end of this video, you're going to have a clear step-by-step guide on how to finally build your dream physique and how to finally start liking what you're seeing in the mirror every day. So pay attention, because this is the last fitness plan that you're ever going to need. Without further ado, let's begin our first point. Now, our first point to start off is your training. Most guys start the gym and have that huge boost of motivation. They'll start working out 6-7 times a week, but then suddenly they'll get burnt out and won't go anymore. This is because people get started and they train with no consistency and no purpose. They just live off the motivation when they get started. So you might be thinking, well, if going 6 to 7 times a week isn't going to work, what split should I follow in order to actually make some gains? Well, here's the exact split that I followed, which leads to me making gains and not getting burnt out. We've got push, pull, legs, chest and back, shoulders and arms. Now, obviously your split is very important, but if you're not training hard enough, you're not going to see any progress either. You got to make sure you're lifting heavy, usually around 6 to 10 reps, 3 sets, and always train till failure. Now, training till failure brings us on to another key part of your training, which is progressive overload. Basically, what progressive overload is each week you're going to add more weight or more reps onto each exercise you do. You want to make sure you do this whilst training to failure, because I made this mistake. At the start of my gym journey, I literally trained to mild discomfort. I wouldn't like working out because it hurts. I trained like a pussy, and if I had this advice from the start, I would have made so much more progress than I did. I'll be releasing my full workout plan with each exercise brought down step by step as well. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe as I'll release it in the future. Now, as much as having good training is key for getting your dream body, it's nothing without this next point. The next point we're going to be talking about is your nutrition. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You cannot outwork a bad diet. Even if you go to the gym every single day for multiple hours, but your diet doesn't align with your goals, you're going to make zero progress. Now, take that versus the guy who goes to the gym 3 days a week, but he has a good diet. He's going to go 2 times, 5 times, 10 times faster than what you would do. Now, you need to make sure your diet aligns with your goals. So the goal that we're going to try to build here is getting your lean, aesthetic body. And in order to do this, you need to be eating in a calorie deficit. Now, a calorie deficit is burning more calories than you consume on the daily. Not only this, you want to make sure you're avoiding high-processed, shitty junk foods like McDonald's or KFC. The reason these junk foods are so bad is because they don't fill you up at all. They'll make you feel sluggish and lazy, and you'll end up just gaining more fat as you want to eat more and more of it. So if you're trying to lose weight, avoid. Now, what should you replace junk food with? You've got to replace it with whole nutritious foods. This can include foods such as fish, eggs, fruit and vegetables, some actual proper nutritious foods. Now, another key part of your nutrition is your protein goal. In order to build muscle, you need to make sure you're getting in enough protein a day. Protein is the building block for getting some muscle. Now, you might be wondering, how much protein do I need to get in a day? You can simply work this out by getting your weight in kilograms and multiplying this by 2. Whichever number you get once you do this, that will be your protein goal. So, for example, I weigh 80 kilograms, so I'll multiply this by 2, and that will give me 160. So I should be eating, on average, about 160 grams of protein a day in order to build muscle. Now, if you're in a calorie deficit, you may want to up this number a little bit, as we're eating less food. So we want to get a little bit more protein in each day, so we're not losing as much muscle. Now, the next point we're going to be going over is optimizing your recovery and your lifestyle. Now, this is what I would think is one of the most underrated and neglected parts of attempting to build your dream body. Building muscle isn't just what you do in the gym, it's what you do after the gym, when you're not there. Muscles don't grow when you're lifting weights. They grow when you're resting, recovering, and fueling them properly after the gym. Now, your muscles grow the most in your sleep. So if you're getting about 4 hours of sleep each night, then you're basically just leaving gains on the table. Don't be surprised if you've been training for a very long time, but have struggled to see any type of progress if you haven't had a good sleep schedule. You should aim for about 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, whilst keeping a consistent bedtime and wake up time. This is so your body is given enough time to rest and recover and can release the right hormones needed in your sleep in order to build some muscle. These include human growth hormone and testosterone. Now, some other tips that you can use to improve your sleep can include no screens 1 hour before your bedtime, no caffeine after 2 p.m, and making sure your room is cool, dark, and quiet. Now, not only your sleep is really important for your recovery and making some gains, but also your lifestyle choices. Now, there are so many lifestyle choices that are going to make or break your recovery. Some of these include training with no rest, smoking or drinking alcohol, and just having a poor sleep schedule. All these lifestyle choices only commit to killing your gains. There is no benefit that you're gaining from them apart from living like a degenerate. Now, you can solve this by just getting into a consistent day-to-day routine, spending more time outdoors and with your family, and reducing your screen time, especially before bed, reducing your stress. So, now you've got it. All the important steps that you need to finally build your dream body. But here's the hard truth. Most people will still watch this video and follow all the steps in it and fail. Even though you've got the blueprint to success, most people will still fail. And it's not because of the blueprint itself. It's because of your mentality. If you aren't willing to sacrifice for your goals, put in the effort, have the discipline and the consistency in order to get there, you're not going to build that 10 out of 10 dream physique. You need to change your mentality before anything else. It won't be easy. It was never easy for me. But I'm living proof that you can build your dream physique as long as you put in enough effort and consistency. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helped, and make sure you subscribe for more. Adios.